Need a body shop? Collision Specialist CSI, 2 blocks north of I-90 on 218.
Hey Austin, this is Trey Muse reporting from the Mower County Veterans Memorial, bringing you some of today's top headlines. The mother of a badly injured 18-month-old gave birth last week to a boy who is now in the custody of Mower County Human Services. Kim Hang-shan faces the termination of her parental rights for allegedly failing to protect her 18-month-old daughter, who suffered suspicious injuries including liver lacerations, spleen damage, pancreatic trauma, and several fractures in the last year. And in other news, though Lyle Public Schools won't use an outside service for busing, the district is facing serious transportation problems. 3 out of 4 Lyle bus drivers have quit or been fired over the past month or so, with substitute drivers driving the open routes. Well, let's take it out to Daily Herald reporter Matt Peterson with today's news update. Matt, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Trey. Well, even though it's not around here, a trail camera near Freiburg Township in Otter Tail County, western Minnesota, captured an image of a cougar which Department of Natural Resources personnel suspect may have been traveling from the Black Hills in South Dakota. Earlier this spring, 2 separate residencies west of Austin reported cougar attacks on horses. However, the DNR couldn't confirm the work of a big cat in those cases. And in other news, Minnesota's pheasant hunting season opens this Saturday, but hunters may not need a full box of shells this time around. 2 harsh winters in a row, along with a cold, wet spring, really put a damper on Minnesota's pheasant population, which declined by more than 60%, according to the Department of Natural Resources roadside survey earlier this year. Well, let's take it back to you, Trey. What else you got?
Thanks, Matt. Amber Miller felt contractions just minutes after crossing the finish line at the Chicago Marathon. A few hours later, the suburban Chicago woman, who slogged her way through 26.2 miles while nearly 39 weeks pregnant, delivered a healthy baby girl. Sunday's marathon was the 8th for the 27-year-old woman, who has been running for more than a dozen years. She found out she was pregnant with her second child days after signing up for the Chicago race and decided to play it by ear on whether or not she would run. Well, that's it for today's top headlines. For more news about your community and your town, please go to AustinDailyHerald.com.